What's going on, everyone? It's Marcellus back with another video. We got to talk about Luna Classic because what we talked about in the live stream yesterday, it actually happened today in Luna Classic. So we're just going to talk about the technical analysis and more. We're more than likely going to be going next here with Luna Classic. So definitely hit that like button and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Let's get straight to it. So first, let's talk about what we talked about in Luna Classic yesterday during our live stream. So during the live stream, I definitely mentioned something that was very important yesterday, actually. You can see this is pretty much where we were talking about it. We were like, look, eventually Luna Classic is probably going to end up hitting the support down here around 4.5. That's exactly what it did. It dropped down here. But I also mentioned before it even hits that, it's probably going to end up hitting this support here first at 4.8. Now, I did think that it would actually bounce all the way back up to 4.8 from 4.5 pretty much. And you can actually see over here when it hit 4.5, it almost got back up to 4.8. It got up to like 4.74, 4.75 or something like that. And then it went down. So it didn't get all the way up to 4.8. But what I am seeing now for Luna Classic is we have a huge area of demand in this area. So let's talk about this. So the green area is supply and demand of more demand. And notice that there's just a huge green area here. So it shows that there's lots of demand here inside of Luna Classic. And on top of that, inside of this area pretty much is also from 41652 all the way down to about 36334. Now, this whole area is a high demand area. Notice how the second we get down here, we had a nice pump. The second we got around here, like back here, we got a nice pump. Now we're doing the same thing. So let's talk about this because it does say over here, high activity is expected for Luna Classic. So if high activity is expected in this area here, but then at the bottom side, low activity is expected, then pretty much what we can expect here is if we go all the way down here in Luna Classic, all the way down to 3.6, and we go below this low activity area, then we're probably going to get a sharper dive downwards to the area that I mentioned inside the previous live stream. And that brings us all the way down to about 3.2 to 3.1. So that's definitely what you want to look out for. Actually, really, it's from 3.4 to 3.1 because we did have that support over here at 3.4. So yeah, from anywhere from 3.4 to 3.1 is what we could go to if we break this low activity area. Now, if we stay in the high activity area, which is pretty much above this area here, anywhere inside of this range point here, pretty much we're going to have high activity. And that's from the dark pools, institutional interest, all that big money. So big money is going to pretty much be trying to keep it above this area to try to get another pump out of it. And if it goes below that area, they're probably going to end up selling it out until it goes down to 3.4 or 3.1. And that's pretty much what we're looking at here. Now, also, if you want to look at what we're doing now, we are kind of actually breaking out of this. So that might not even happen because you can see it really just wants to stay above this area here. It's really trying to stay above 4.2 and it's doing it pretty well. It keeps making these higher lows. As you can see, this is like a strategic move upwards. Higher lows is like the stair step method. That's what I like to call it because it's like a stair step. Each step is going up a level higher. And you can see the same thing is on the downside here on the bottom of the candlesticks. Each level is going up a level higher. So the next one, hypothetically speaking, could bring us up here to where we had our previous highs in earlier today, and that was around 4.7. Or it could actually bring us to that little tiny red bar up there. And the reason why that bar is so small, that's pretty much our less demand area, but it's very minor resistance, and we could probably break 4.8 very easily. It's pretty much saying over here, if we get past 4.8, we have little to no resistance leading all the way up here to the next area inside of Luna Classic. And that next area is all the way up at about 5.8 to 5.9 or really 6.0. So 5.8 to 6.0 is like high like resistance. That's really what we're trying to pass after all this. But anyways, let's look at it from a little bit of a longer or no shorter perspective, and then we'll look at it from a longer one after this. So looking at it for the 5M chart, it kind of looks a little bit similar, but you do notice over here on the oscillator, it's showing that we're actually peaking on our selling. So buying is probably about to start flowing in. And also on the 5-minute chart, it shows something a little bit different with the high activity expected. So this area right here is saying that it's expecting high activity. That's why you got to check all the different time periods from 5 minutes to 15 minutes. My favorite time periods on here is the 5-minute chart, the 15-minute chart, and the 4-hour chart. Those are my favorites. And then the 1 week chart if we're talking about Bitcoin. But anyways, there's actually a nice pump that looks like it's about to start forming here. So this red area is pretty much our selling wave on the oscillator. But notice how it's slowing down and it's kind of starting to peak out here. So we're probably going to start getting some buying coming in here. And it's showing that there's high activity here. So like I said, if we were to break past 4.5 or something like that, there's going to be little to no resistance up here all the way up to about 5.4 or something like that. And then even all the way up there. So hopefully we can see huge pumps here for Luna Classic, but we'll just have to continue to wait. And the way things have been looking, it might continue to pump. But anyways, it is down 16.2% in the last 24 hours. So that bear scenario that we mentioned at first could still happen. And remember, 3-4 to 3-1 if we're bearish, and if we're bullish, you can really expect to break the new highs or the old highs. So let's actually look at the 4-hour chart now. So the 4-hour chart is long term. And really, when you look at the long term chart, what it is showing us is that Luna Classic could end up pulling back down to this support. And that's going to be around that 2.7. We have major support from 3.1 actually up here on the upside of that support is about 3.1. And that's exactly what we're talking about with the smaller charts as well. So it's definitely good to look at all the charts so you can know exactly what you're dealing with here. But anyways, this is pretty much all I got for y'all today. I just wanted to go ahead and bring this to everyone's attention to give you the bullish and the bearish scenario. So anyways, hit the like button and subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.